Number 5 won't go this time for Saulius Brusokas of Lithuania. He's credited with 4 stones in 27.08. Saulius says, I'm very pleased having reached the final, and this is my first World Championship. To say the truth, I'm very satisfied with the results in spite of my trauma yesterday. Today I'm a bit better. I thank you all. Thank you very much. The British champion is Ollie Thompson. Thompson needs all 5 stones. He needs to do it in a great time. This is pretty much for personal pride considering where he sits in the standings. At this point in time, for a lot of the athletes that are a little ways down in the standings in the finals, they want to set a personal best mark. They want something to shoot for. Ollie Thompson, through 16 seconds, has the first 3 stones up. 2 more stones to come. This is 170. At 375 pounds, that's up and on. A good performance so far from Ollie Thompson of Great Britain. Can he break the 30-second barrier? Yes, he does. Stopping the clock at 29.4 seconds.
That was amazing. There's no easy points here. It's so tough. I've really enjoyed the experience my first time. I'm going to come back a lot of times, better each time. These guys keep raising the bar. I'll keep raising my own standards with it, but I've had a great time.
Well, here comes Maximus Robert Szczepanski. We remember in the light set of stones the trouble he had with the height of the first ring. Well, it gets a little more difficult right here. The stones are a little bit heavier. We start with 140 kilos, 309 pounds, instead of the 120 kilo stone of the first stone in the light set, but this one goes up with relative ease for Robert Szczepanski. Second stone weighing in at 150, 331. Oh, he drops it. Robert Szczepanski dropping the second stone. I thought he would have been a little easier on the second stone, but it just wasn't about to go. The third stone now for Szczepanski. He gets that one up and on. Certainly taking his time now, rolling on to the 4th stone. Time crossing the 40-second barrier for Robert Szczepanski of Poland. Maximus lifting the 170 kilo, 375 pound stone, and now he moves on to the Big Daddy at 180 kilos.
55 seconds.
Up and on, and he stops it before the 1-minute barrier at 59.3.
My result, Atlas Stones.
Szczepanski says, to my result in the Atlas Stones discipline, I would still like to say that my muscle is now torn. I will have to treat myself medically, thus I have a very serious injury. Well, here is Andrus Murmets of Estonia. Murmets can fly through the stones with the best of them, but he's been struggling of late in each and every discipline. Many of these great athletes have second jobs at home. Andrus, of course, a police officer in Estonia, so you wonder how much their job and home life takes away from their training when they're going for a world championship like Andrus Murmets. He gets it up and on the second ring. Slow and deliberate. Murmets just wants to finish the competition. Always has a smile on his face and always quick to hand out a compliment to one of his fellow competitors. 170 kilos, 375 pounds. Murmets gets that one up and on. Now he moves on to the 5th and final stone.
46 seconds.
Coming up on the 50-second barrier is Andrus Murmets now. At 50 seconds, drops it on at 57.16 seconds. That's a good effort as he will finish off the competition in style. Vidas Blakaitis, and look at him come out of the gates. He's already set a world record in the super yoke, dropping the first stone onto number 2. We've seen Vidas more than once have the stone roll back and hit him in the shoulder or the side of the head. He is very intent in this part of the competition. 3 stones quickly on, under 20 seconds for Vidas Blakaitis. The world record at 28:49 is held by Travis Ortmeyer of the United States. Over 32 seconds now as Blakaitis will take his time on the fifth stone.
40 seconds, come on, Vidas, 40 seconds. 30 seconds.
Having trouble getting it lapped, finally does. And once again, there are no blocks or barriers to help the guys roll the stone up. They've just got to lift it on and drop it in the ring. Blakaitis does it in 51.2 seconds. Vidas says that this competition has been extreme. Every athlete has gotten better since last year. I've improved as well, but so has everybody else in the competition. Here's the mountain of a man that I like to call Vasil Vereshchuk from the Ukraine. Look at him slapping those stones, getting ready. He knows, and he has been here before. He's been a world champion. He knows what it's going to take home the world title here in IFSA Strongman. Vereshchuk with the first stone, up and on, fairly simply. Second stone, number 2, at 331 pounds was easy. Now 160 kilo, 353-pound third stone. That's up and on, under 15 seconds. Vereshchuk is on a roll, coming up to the fourth stone at 160 kilo. Now to the 180 kilo Big Daddy at 397 pounds. Vasil Vereshchuk, can he break the 30-second barrier? Just shy at 30.5 seconds. Vasil says this championship very particularly is heavy, and almost everyone is equal. One person wins one event, one wins the other event, and then it makes for an intriguing championship altogether. The second to last man out of the gate to take on the IFSA heavy-set Ring of Stones, it's Russian super heavyweight Misha Kuklayev. The world record sets at 28.49 seconds. Kuklayev, through the first two stones, is very quick, under 10 seconds. The 160 kilogram, 353-pound stone is up and on. Kuklayev is on a roll with only 2 stones to go. Has it lapped, rolls that up and on. He's got a shot at the world record. Here comes Mikhail Kuklayev. Over at 27 seconds. Can he beat it? Stops the clock at 29.2 seconds, just shy of the world record set by Zydrunas Savickas, who is still to come. But boy, does that put the pressure on the Big Z, Zydrunas Savickas. To hold on to his crown, he either needs to set a new world record or tie Kuklayev and hang on in the point standings. We'll have to see if he can do that. At this point, he's about a half a second behind Kuklayev, but in the first stone, it looked like he strained his left bicep. You see, he's favoring his right side now. He's using his right arm to get the stones up and on. But Zydrunas Savickas sets another world record, 25.6 seconds, injury and all. He eclipsed Travis Ortmeyer's world record of 28.49, and the disappointed Mikhail Kuklayev's face tells you the whole story.
He finally did it. It's about time.
Zydrunas Savickas, the world champion once again by virtue of a world record in the IFSA Ring of Stones.
Very high results. A lot of new world records. Everybody from last year increased results. 20 kilograms in log. Deadlift very good. This sport's growing very fast.
Indeed, the sport is growing very fast, and as we heard from many competitors, it's becoming a very tight field to play in. Everybody has increased their level of performance at each and every competition, and the IFSA World Championships was no exception. It took a world record from Zydrunas Savickas in the Atlas Stones to claim his crown for the second consecutive year. There are your final 6 competitors from the Atlas Stones, and the final results have Savickas taking home the IFSA World Championship for the second consecutive time. 2 full points ahead of Russian Mikhail Kuklayev, Vasil Vereshchuk finishing in 3rd spot. The same podium finish as 12 months previous with the flip-flop of Vasil Vereshchuk and Mikhail Kuklayev in 2nd and 3rd. That is the John Paul Sigmarsson Trophy. emblematic of the top prize here in IFSA Strongman. There's your third place finisher from Ukraine, Vasyl Vereshchuk. And a well-received round of applause for Vasyl. Misha Mikhail-Kuklayev, unable to pick up his first world championship, a little disappointed, but he did move up in the overall standings from last year, from third to second place overall. But the man of the hour is the Big Z, Zydrunas Savickas, his second consecutive IFSA World Championship, and he steps to the top of the podium with his two compatriots. This is what Strongman is all about. The IFSA World Championships in Reykjavik, Iceland have proven to be once again a test of the greatest the sport of strongman has to offer. Zydrunas Savickas, the true strongest man in the world. I'm Doug Anderson. Thanks for joining us for the IFSA World Championships from Reykjavik, Iceland. Visit us on the web at ifsastrongman.com.